Alright, here we go. Sorry, I was busy on Reddit, doing Reddit things. Let's set up our game window. Because I forgot to before I hit the splash screen. There we go. And then where do we leave off? I think we left off on green path. I think we're doing green and blue today. Might do per Astra today too. I might do 3. I've got a little extra time today. I have a meeting at 5 p.m. that I don't exactly have to prepare for, but like I probably should generate a quick set of notes for it. So we'll see. For this though, blue and green are both basically terraforming paths. Blue is going to prioritize only terraforming parameters. Green is going to prioritize actual life, I think, but they're going to play very similarly. So I don't need expansive. Expansive is more for like the last two. Utopian's fine for keeping your support up, but I don't love it. Well, what do we want to prioritize? We want to prioritize power. Power is going to be all of our terraforming buildings. We want to prioritize tritium. Tritium is going to be our space projects. No real difference between these two as far as that's concerned. So why don't you just give me balanced when in doubt? We have tritium and titanium as our starting resources. And then Misha's looking really good with bacteria spreaders right out the gate and getting some life forms in and reducing reproduction speed. Pakai's like not looking great. Nothing wrong with it, but Misha's going to be better for what we want to do here. Start me with the titanium first. We get a titanium mine up, everything else is easy after that. And then how do we want this layout to work? We can do house, house, house with support. And then we can do farm, farm. And then we can do, power, power, power with the relay hub. That seems fine. So we go here, you go here. And then we end our turn. We definitely want to take power right out the gate. And you know what? Actually, that kind of changes my plan here. Because now I'm like, give me that tritium first, so we can get this tritium thermo generator up. And then give me a second one. That's fine. Give me more tritium. That's fine. You're going to go there. And then I think I'll explore with Misha. I need to save at least 2 of these turns. Science is going to be important. How important? More important than a robot hub? No, almost surely not. I can get science later, but this is going to get our titanium and our aquifer, so I think I kind of have to grab that. So get these down. We're going to need more titanium. I would be willing to export water for that for a little bit. And then you keep exploring for tritium. Not really. Definitely not really, and I guess. Swap that once, just so we can build this next turn. Or I guess we could just explore for it as well. Hey, there's tritium right up here. Yeah, we'll do that instead. Alright, you go, you come. You go here. And then after this, I think I'm done exploring. Well, no, I should grab 1 titanium, because then I can just build this mine next turn. Never mind, I'll get exploration satellites to do it instead. So this is technically science. I'll go for it. Here's our titanium mine. So now we gotta find silicates. Done. We gotta find science. Sorta done. But before we do that, let's import a life form. Why don't you give me... It's going to be easier to get methanogenium to start going, because you need 0 temperature, you need -1. So we'll start with methanogenium. And then we'll get our second farm in. Support income's increased, that's fine. This is so far off, but I do just kind of want to grab it because it showed up. We don't need that. I don't have a 3rd slot where I'm actually going to want to put a greenhouse farm right now. And the hospital is like it'd be fine, but I'd rather get that to go. So give me the resonance station. We're not going to build it for a very long time, but at least we have it. Do not need titanium anymore. Let's start importing silicates to get towards our school. I would happily take science at this point, I think. You can just go over there. That building is not long for this world, but we'll get it down just to get it started. And then give me the gene modification on methanogenium, just to make sure we don't forget about it later. First science project. Urban planning's very good. High capacity research computers are fine. Self-learning AI could be like sort of good, but science production isn't going to matter that much. It's just for biology. It's just for the bacteria spreaders and maybe like 1 or 2 science projects. I think none of these really contribute to what we want to do. Expansion's going to be less important than just resource production, so give me the AI. This is also really good, but we're not going to be able to build it anytime soon. Just keep working on silicates. Give me a little bit of research. So that at least puts us at 4, and then we just need 5 more silicates. Other things we're looking for at this point? At this point, I would take a robot hub if I saw it. I would like to go here and here. This is going to be power. This is going to be a bacteria spreader that's probably going to get replaced with a launch platform. Could also set up a mine on these crystal caves. It's going to cost us a little... Actually, our support's a little dicey right now. Probably shouldn't do that. I guess I would be willing to take extra science. I'm going to wait on it until I actually get that project up, though, because then I'll get the bonus from it. Okay, so we need to find silicates deposits. We have 1 up here. Doubtful that you're going to have 4, but at least next turn we can build a school. And then Misha's gone. I appreciate the work you set up for us here. It's going to do us well going into the future. Alex is interesting because we could do aquifer breaches. I am not going to want any of those. Do we have any aquifers to breach right now? No, and we don't have any hints of any, so that makes you look slightly worse. And Gustav is just, like, Innovate is just good. Advanced Machine Learning's pretty good, and Energy Savings is just good. So because I don't know where any aquifers are, I'll just go with Gustav. Put you down here for a little bit of bonus support income, and now I still need silicates. We gotta find a silicates mine. Three, 4. But I think I have exploration satellites next turn. I do. Alright, so next turn I can build this other lab. No, I don't want to yet. I want to get the self-learning AI up first. Man, I really need a silicates mine somewhere. Or, no. I was hoping they would give me silicates. It is not to be. Given that he can give us +5 power anytime we want, I'm kind of tempted to grab water. Because I might want to set up a second city here relatively soon. What am I doing with you this turn? Are you exploring? Unlikely, I would say. What would I take? Well, I would take a robot hub. So the only reason that we'd innovate is to get science. And if we were to innovate, next turn we could finish our project. So maybe that's worth it, and then we just take robot hub anyway. This is way too far to start saving up for. Just give me the robot hub for now. You can just go like there. And honestly, give me the crystal cave. I want to mine silicates. 3, 4. I gotta keep you working on silicates. I'm just going to use the exploration satellites for titanium. So we've got a hint of titanium here. That puts us at 6. We'll be at 7 next turn. Okay, fine. I'll give you 1 turn. so that we can build the silicates mine next turn. These are all pretty bad, I would say. Hey, this is technically support income, but I don't want to spend 10 science on it. I'm not going to need that support shortly. Give me a bit to think about the innovate here. First, we definitely do self-learning AI. Then we definitely do a silicates mine for 2 silicates per turn. Then we swap this off, we put it back onto silicates so we can start working towards the resonance station. Next thing we're saving up for is 12 science out of the bacteria spreader. Don't see any exploration that looks super appealing right now, so I think I might innovate. Glad I did. I would love to take a bus station. You can just go right there. And now we can expand to here. We can grab that tile. And then we could expand here. Or we could expand here. I don't know that I want to consume city sites yet. This might end up being important. Although this one being a Highlands is pretty interesting. I might eat that anyway. We'll see. And the next thing we're saving up for, 12 science for the bacteria spreader, and 5 silicates for the lab. Although, do I even have lab space anymore? No, I don't have lab space anymore. I'm going to need a second city here pretty soon, I think. Would happily take Cyanophyta. Would happily take a building that generates terraforming. Well, there's also a landing pad here. I do kind of need to get trade routes started a bit more. But I do kind of need to terraform a bit more. I think more trade routes is the stronger play. We just don't have a great economy right now. But for these turns, I definitely just want to explore around and see if any of these tiles are going to be easy to grab. Like here, here, here are all potential expansion candidates. This is also a Highlands tile. And this is a, well, that's a crate. We might expand there. We'll just wait. No need to rush. I think I just want to keep getting silicates. And I'll trade away food because we've got 50 right now. That's plenty. Here's our last tritium thermo generator. So I'll take that. I will explore here. It's a city spot. I will explore here. It's a city spot. Okay. This is going to be a water mine. But this is a horrible city spot. Like, it doesn't do anything. You have very few... Well, unless you can expand a lot from that tile. But even still, you'd need a bus station to really make that pop. I think I'm interested in a robot hub for when we build our second city. I think that'll wind up being pretty valuable. Do I need to innovate here? If you did innovate, you could build a bacteria spreader. Then I will innovate. I will not explore this turn. And this seems like a pretty good time to just grab a CO2 factory. Right? Like, we could grab robots anytime we want. Expansion isn't, I don't think, going to be super important. So give me this. This will also go in our new city. And then we do this. We do a bit of that. Get started on life forms. I would... Well, we're about to have the silicates we need, so instead I would take nitrates, because that gets us closer to our soil factory. And then you I'm done with. I don't need a fourth one. We have 3. And I think past that we'll probably rely on tile production for power. So this might be an innovate again. Am I building science towards... I'm building science towards the next time a bacteria spreader shows up, and I can, you know, make it. Fundamentally. Well, no, it's just explore. It's a plains spot. And it had nitrates. I don't think I was even paying attention to that. So I think we could afford to trade food like that now. And then... don't really need any. I guess give me another tritium thermal generator. Maybe we do power in our second city when we set it up as well. This looks like a titanium mine. So maybe we do a city here. We'll start exploring around there with our exploration satellites. Android Hub is exactly what we wanted. So start showing me this area. It's a large titanium deposit too. I do think I'm going to expand out there. We can get this down. We can get this down. That's great news. And then what's our next gambit? I think our next gambit is just going here. Get an extra titanium mine. Because you use titanium in a lot of space projects as well. Is mostly what I'm thinking of. I can change my trade routes up a bit, though. What do I want to prioritize now? Unknown. Maybe a lab? So start getting, like, nitrates in? Dude, would love it, honestly. Can't make a lot of progress on that, but I'll at least start. And then your sandstones. It's still probably good enough. I think this titanium deposit alone probably makes it good enough. And also it's a lava tube, so we could just, like, cram people in here and they'd be pretty happy with their life. Noctis colony, you got it. Oh, and we need to terraform in here, that's right. Okay, so you're gone, you're gone. I want to put the factory over there in the corner. You're exactly what we're looking for. You go here. You I don't have the power. Now I do. It was a good tenure out of you, Gustav. Thank you for your service. Really would like to start at this point expanding our number of picks per turn. Linked nitrogen factory I've been really underwhelmed with. And I don't really think we're going to need dike expansions. I don't think this is a yawn pick. I think we have enough food to do a skyscraper though, so it might be a Svetlana pick. We've got decent resource production. Just the earliest skyscraper of your life. 2 science for 13 silicates. Versus we're fine on support versus a project that's going to take a long time to finish. And I think we're fine on life forms. Like, we slowly get picks over time, and we already have 2 bacteria, so I think that's good. Well, no, hang on, because you're not on the terraforming path, you're on the life path. Okay, you know what? You have talked me into it. I think that's actually very important. So we need to up our trade, so that we can start finishing science projects faster. We also need titanium. We also need nitrates. We'll have nitrates next turn. We also need silicates. Silicates are slowly coming in. So next turn we can build this photovoltaic field. Do we need urban planning? Like, not yet. It would be pretty good to get a skyscraper in there. It's going to be a lot of extra support, and it's going to give us some more expansion. Hey, Riley. How's it going? But I think for now, I just want to explore. We might end up using these tiles. Is my biggest concern right now. That's a support hit? That's unfortunate. That's an ocean import, though? That's fortunate. Also, I should not be doing this. I should not be doing this, honestly. I should be doing this. doing good. So I think we go here, because this city spot doesn't look like it has a lot going on, and we just get some more power in there. And then we still can't do skyscrapers, so I think we do prospecting tours instead. And we just grab stuff that's nearby. I think we can put up an Android hub pretty safely. Grab this titanium, grab a launch pad spot, grab a sandstone spot. And then why don't you start giving me some of these other life forms? We could upgrade our farm for 23 water. We do get 1 per turn. Do we need the food? Not really, though. Do we need the exploration satellite? Well, we don't have the space for the exploration satellite, so I guess that kind of answers that question. And we could grab a resonance station. Double resonance station is going to be a lot of power. Potentially too much power? I'll take the hydroponics. And rather than override it, why don't you stick it somewhere in here? That's going to be a house, and then this can just be like a single hydroponics farm. And I think that'll be fine. Over here, we can do like 4 tritium thermogenerators. It's going good. Good day so far. Still got a couple meetings in the afternoon, but it's nice to finally have a bit of time to sit down and do some streaming again. So do you still need to do prospecting tours? Like, not really. But if you could find a little bit of tritium, though. Never mind, we only have 2 power. I don't think you're going to be able to prospect anywhere. Yeah, this is going to be a good opportunity to just build some resource production, I think. So we get extra titanium out of this, we get extra tritium out of this, we get extra water out of it. And then whatever you're producing in there, like a bunch of food and stuff. Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good double production. So we're now at 6 plus 1. We can do our mine. 7 next turn. And then we can explore once, and that should put us at 9. But the problem is they're going to go all the way over here. We don't really have the power to clear rocks right now. So it's going to be a little bit of a wait. I do not have the trade routes to even think about doing that right now, which is unfortunate. I'd really like to, but there's just no shot. So just give me Robot Hub instead. I'm sure we'll find a place to put it somewhere. Good satellite explore here. And then how much power does that leave us? 14? So we can go here, 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 here. Do a bit of that. What other games do I usually play? A lot of Guild Wars is the MMO. A bit of Against the Storm, which I almost played today, but I wanted to get some more Terraformers in. And then I'm also currently playing Before We Leave. So we do a lot of like, we do, Guild Wars is the MMO, and then we also do a lot of like turn-based, roguelike, decision-making, strategy planning kind of games on here. I'd like nitrates for you, really, more than anything else. Nitrates for 3 power, nitrates for 3 power, big nitrates for 3 power, we take that. Because then we get this guy down, build our science production up even more, and now we're really looking for another bacteria spreader. That's what we would really like to see. We want to see bacteria spreader, and we also want to see... We want to see free tritium. We also want to see... Yeah, exactly that. We want to see more projects per turn. Really want to see more projects per turn. Because then we're just going to see more of the stuff that we want. And now we are over 60 food, so we can go ahead and get our skyscraper. I'll save the hab modules for now. Is this even where I want to build it? Because I could just put it down here. There's 9 support. Like, that's... I don't think I can afford to say no to that. And now you need a bus station really bad. Besides streaming, I am a PhD student in education, so that takes up most of my time, like writing papers, doing research, finishing a dissertation so I can graduate and get a real job. But it's okay to make time for hobbies. I don't want an insect farm. I don't want an exploration center. I don't need a luxury workshop. I don't care about expansion. I think it's just a thermo generator, and I don't have immediate plans for it, but I'll keep it in the back pocket. And then what else do I want to do with you? We're never pressing this button again, for as long as you're here. We could overwork Noctis City, but it doesn't actually produce anything. So it's kind of just a waste of the support that this costs. Especially because we built the skyscraper there. It's an extra -10 support if we're going to overwork that place. I think our next cunning gambit is going to be to just keep prospecting because we've got a massive surplus of power. And we want to find another good city expansion spot. I will spread. You can spread here. I really got to find that bus station soon. I'm going to skip that for now. I'm disappointed that you haven't shown me a bus station. But you have given me a spaceport, which is like a pretty good second option. We need a lot of tritium to finish that, though. So let's hit this big deposit here. That's 6? That's huge. We only need 5 more. And then let's double up on tritium we get from space projects. And then I would absolutely spend 5 power when we're getting 9 per turn, just to get on top of an exploration tile for tritium. So next turn... Yeah, next turn we can explore this tile. That puts us to 15. And then we'll be able to construct this. So that's great news. It's going to go here for the extra comfort boost in Noctis because there's a lot of people living here. And because it's going to give us 2 extra trade routes. So let's go get that up. And then here's our bacteria spreader. Alright, everything... Oh, and here's our train station too. I need 2 picks. What's more important? Let's think about this reasonably. I think... Don't be mad. I think a train station is more important. Because look at all the free tiles we get down here where we could actually put down like plant spreaders and stuff. Could that have been wrong? It's possible. I don't think it is, but like it could have been wrong. We'll see. We'll see how that all shakes out. I can get a second tritium thermogenerator in, and now I'm like... Oh, actually, I wanted to use that for the spaceport, didn't I? Oh well, easy come, easy go. Let's go explore for more tritium up here. 6 power, I'm fine paying that. 10 power, I'm fine paying that. Don't have basic stuff? Yeah, I mean, I don't, like, take it that seriously. I don't think that streaming is ever going to, like, pay bills or anything like that, so I'm not too worried about, like, oh, let's go spend a bunch of money on, like, emote commissions and art commissions and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to pay that much money for a hobby. Later on down the road? Yeah, maybe, sure, but definitely not now. This is another 2 picks per turn. But I really need... I want to pick 2 projects per turn. So I guess show me more. Like, I'm not going to say no to it, but I really want to be able to pick more at this point. So we got to start saving up some big science. We got to find a way to pay for all this crap. We'll start with the train station, which I think is going to go out here. And then we'll go here, we'll go here, we'll go here. And now we've got tons of space for biology spreaders. So that's nice. There's also a nitrates mine out here. Wouldn't mind that. We're going to need a lot of nitrates through these plant spreaders. I should probably start looking for a city founding location over here in that case. Thanks for the offer, but I'm not super interested. Appreciate you asking though. So a train station can go out 2 locations. So that's good, that's good. We can go out 1 further from here even. So we could hit here, here, here. We could also get that, although we know what it is already, so that's not as exciting. I'm just thinking. Because we're going to need nitrate soon. Plant spreader's not going to get us all the way through Green Path. We have a flat plains, but that's not like that great. Here's what we need. This is our development center. So now we got to save this science up for a bit. Hit that water, hit this city location. Perfect. So here we have an aquifer deposit for animal spreader, and we're also going to get a nitrate deposit for plant spreader. We need to explore this tile, and then we're good to go. We're going to set a city up over there. And we're going to save the robot hub to put in there as well. And in the meantime, we're just going to sit on a bunch of science and try to get to 20. This is a lot of titanium for removing rocks in our cave city. The other 2 are a little underwhelming. Mine venting is always good, and import CO2 is pretty much always good. So I think for these, it's hard to say no to Henry. And then what are we doing here? I don't really want any of this. We are about to start producing more water, but I want to stay at 10 so I can set this new city up, so I don't want to spend it immediately. I don't want to spend my scant nitrates on lifeform delivery when we already have it. We destroyed most of the rocks already, actually. So, I don't love any of these. Turn it into science. It's not a great science conversion, but I'll take it. And then when's my next exploration satellite? 2 turns? Do this now, even though it's not mine venting, just so I can get this city up. New Abu Dhabi? Sure. You can go here. You're going to be support, house, house. You can go here. So that we can go here. And we can go here. And we can set these mines up. And then I need to find like a bus station to get here for the nitrates. But this is our water production sorted, which is good. And then we also need tritium to get this spaceport up, but we got a lot of irons in the fire right now. It's a little busy. Support income is taking a hit, but that's okay. We're basically at 0, which is fine. Your trade, not a lot of it, but your some of it. That'll let us finish that project next turn. I will take a life form. Give me the penguins. I mostly want the animal spreader building, so we'll get that going. And then I don't need to explore with you anymore. I just need to vent mines. That's all you're doing for the rest of your tenure. You're just venting mines. Next turn, we can build our development center, and then it's really going to take off. I know this bar looks scary, like we haven't done anything. Just wait. Just hold on. Okay, save it. Hang on. I know how to do this. Don't pick yet. You go here. Now we have 2 picks. We can take you, and we can take you. We could also take you. +1 heat per turn and increases temperature by 1. That's going to make it faster to get to plants, I think. Although we also need rainfall. Well, there's rainfall. So rainfall down to -1. I'll just put it down for the time being. And I can move it later if I need to. Tempe has better rainfall. Oh, Solus has really good rainfall. I gotta put it here. What can I get rid of? Do I really need a single landing pad right now? No, where I want to go is there, but I don't have the expansion for it. But I could have the expansion for it. Never mind. We go here, you go there. So we should be able to plant some kind of plant in Solus once we hit 25 nitrates. Let's boost atmosphere quick with trade routes. That'll go real fast because all of the tritium we put into it is doubled. And then let's make sure we're also getting tritium out of our exploration actions. And you can keep venting mines. Is it necessary? No, but we do have a spot for it, so why not? And then what else do we want? I don't think I really want any of this. And I've got a lot of buildings that cost science right now, so turn it into 1 science. We're up to 12 power per turn. Seems pretty good. Means we can explore anywhere we want, basically. No, you need to vent mines. Mine venting is still more important. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 to go. And we want to try to get a 5th one, but I need to see a robot hub first. So +4 science per turn. Really not making a lot of progress on that self-learning AI, now that I look at it. But that's okay. I will take a 2nd spaceport. And I do really like a combined living center. And we do have extra exploration room down there. So I think that's fine. And now we can go bacteria spreader. Can start spreading methanogenium a bit more. And that is our next prestige tier. So now we need to start doing cyanophyta to get prestige out of that too. With no space projects, nitrates are going to be the most important thing to import. I will get rid of some of my 12 power per turn. It's just an unnecessary... It's a necessary amount of power. I'm glad I have it, but it's a lot of power. Would I rather have support or double resource production? My support is great. I would much rather have double resource production. I think I would also... Oxygen is low, though. Could put delivery drones in there, but I don't think we need the expansion. We've got a lot of room to expand. Like, we go down here, and we can just put an animal spreader down. We cannot spread any animals right now, though, right? Double oxygen, and 1 heat. It's not going to happen. We need to get oxygen production up first. Seagrass would do that, though. We got to get the plant spreader up, is what we need. So instead of doing mine venting this turn, what I actually want you to do is explore for nitrates. We see any good nitrate spots? No, we do not have good nitrate spots. We do have rich soil where we could set up a nitrates mine, though. Maybe we should start working towards this as a city spot. That might be the play. Am I fine with that? Yeah. Yeah, next turn I explore again, and then he's still got time to vent mines. This is more project choices. I think I'm okay on project choices. That oxygen factory seems great, though. And I really think this is overkill at this point. I know we have 1 more tile for it, I think, but... I don't want to spend 14 science on it, and I already have 1. So I really don't want to spend 14 science on it. You come in here. And then you come over here. And then you're doing this now. And then, how many more mines do we have to vent? 1, 2, 3, and you have 4 turns left. I can afford 1 turn of exploration to get the city up. And that's it. Every other turn now has to be mine venting. Oh, also I'm out of food. Where the hell did my food go? Oh, I spent it on you. You, like, didn't even need to go down. It's a bit of a misplay. Do that, because I only need one more for the plant spreader, and then it's good to go. Do I need to spend any of you? Yeah, I could. I certainly could. Wouldn't mind seeing more projects per turn. I don't have any ocean tiles, so that's not going to do anything for us. I don't have enough science production to make that good. It's not going to do anything for us. None of this does anything for us. Just turn it into science. And then start venting. That was the polar ice caps being melted. That's great. And then we put you down. And we have you start spreading plants. So which is more prestige? The Alpine Pine Forest is. Get that going. Now we're filling the bar. You give me like 2 more plant spreaders and maybe like another ocean level progress, and I think we've got this in the bag. If I could just like see the correct projects to do that, that would be lovely. I want one of you for 1 more pick per turn, and then I'll take an oxygen factory just because I've got the spare water. Well, I have nowhere to put it. I've really got to get another city up. I wish I had not spent that food. Oh wait, I have the city over here! What am I saying? Look at all the space I have over here. I have 65 power, just destroy all these rocks. I've got more power than sense, baby. And where do I want to... No, I don't want to explore. I want to vent. Gotta vent. We're working towards atmosphere 2. We're working towards temperature 3. And then where do I want to explore with my satellite, is what I meant to say. It's just a cave. That's fine. Support's doing great. Love to see another bacteria spreader. Don't hate... Well, no, I don't need power per turn. It's overkill. So just give me expansion slots. You're too slow at this point. It's like turn 40. I can't afford it. Give me the expansions instead. And then where does this bacteria spreader go? I think it just goes up here. And you start spreading cyanophyta. It's a reach, but you can get there. I would... 3 temperature, 1 oxygen? That's gotta be attainable. There's no oxygen here, so that seems pretty bad. Never mind, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. I think we might have to take plankton instead. Our oxygen production is really bad right now. We might just not even get to animals. Did I vent all my mines? I did vent all my mines. So would I rather explore once, or would I rather import CO2? We're good on heat and temperature, so I think I'd rather explore. That's a gigantic silicates deposit. Wonderful news. Next turn, we have enough food for a city. That's also wonderful news. I would love efficient plant spreaders. You have no idea how good you are right now. You have no idea how useful that's going to be. And then I will take a heliostat plant. The animal spreader, we already have 2, and I don't think we're going to be able to use either of them really that effectively. So just turn the other one into science. Heliostat plant. You have a free expansion available. But I really can't afford to not use this. So I guess we are just going to upgrade one of these to get 1 more power out of it. And then we're going to build you. Now, you can go here. And just, like, get rid of all these rocks. They're nothing to me. And then we'll go science back here. Terraformer back here. Give me an expansion slot. or several. And then I really want this to be a nitrates mine. Alright, so we are now pretty good on plant spreaders when they start showing up, and I think that's all you're going to do for 10 turns, is you're just going to accelerate life. I no longer need food. Give me one more on tritium so I can build a spaceport, and then get back onto nitrates. Atlantic herring? No. Boreal rainforest? Yeah, sure. Yeah. And a second one of these. Temperature's not really our problem right now. Although, I guess it kind of... Water's our problem right now. Temperature's not our problem. So if we put it here, we still couldn't do an alpine forest. If we put it here, we still couldn't do an alpine forest. If we put it here, we could already do an alpine forest there. Yeah, rainfall is our... And here, we're too far behind on temperature, so it would take 2 turns to get it up to speed there. I appreciate you. I don't think you're going to do what we need you to do. I'll take a delivery drone, though. For an extra expansion slot down there. I will take some silicates, sure. And then, 13 turns. Can I move you? I should be able to move you, right? Yeah. I want to move you down here. Because I want comfort here. Because there's a lot of people living here. So we should not have to think about our support ever again. Support is crazy right now. They love us. We're missing a lot of upkeep tasks here. I think we go 2 more tritium. We export 2 more power. And then you're also missing your action? Yeah, you just accelerate life. Give me 1 more cyanophyta. And then after that, I'm going to do plankton. Because we'll get some extra prestige out of that. Increases heat of any climate zone by 1 step. It's not quite good enough. 1 comfort of living globally is good enough. I don't think I need any of these other ones, though. I mean, another exploration satellite's probably, like, fine. But it costs science. I don't want it to cost science. I'll do you, because silicates are very free right now. Getting 5 of them per turn. So you do that. Actually, do this one first. Because I want to get this bacteria spreader up. Which we can do this turn. Literally none of you are useful. So I will be dismissing you. And then start putting plankton down. It's a 21 turn reset, but it's okay. Don't cry about it. Temperate rainforest is a long ways off. Kelp forest, on the other hand, hell yeah. It has no requirements. I really want to see another plant spreader very soon. Like, very, very soon. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anything else here that we want? Like, maybe an Android hub. It's nice to just have them in your back pocket. Give me a plant spreader here. We can get kelp up here too. Slowly. We're over halfway. And we're, like, really snowballing now. So I think that's a great sign. I just want to keep seeing more plant spreaders. That's it. I can do another pine forest. Is that our most prestige? Yeah, it's 6 compared to 4. So you can go in there. More plant spreaders, please. In lieu of a plant spreader, what do we want? So really, like, none of you. A trade route, I guess? but the rest of it, it does nothing for me. It does not move the needle. It does not spark joy. I can expand down here to put a new trade route down. And now I can dump science into that project. There's really not a lot else I need to do. Like, we don't need to expand. We don't need Android hubs. Do we even need to, like, found another city? I guess it would give us, like, more visibility on different zones, but I don't think that's that important. So let's just keep rolling. Absolutely water. Thank you so much. And then you produce food. You don't do terraforming. You don't do anything. You don't really do anything. None of you really do anything. So you're turning into science. It is now more important that we work on this, but it will be done very quickly. This 12 tritium per turn we're putting towards that, so it'll be done in 2 turns with just a tiny bit of change. And then neither, well, if I can explore into here, then I think I can spread plankton here. Yeah. Okay, looking good. I think I also want to get a development center down. Those I would like to be houses eventually, if I ever have a reason to build them. But give me the one more pick instead. We're not going to use it here. But, you know, imagine like the god turn, where 3 buildings show up and we want all of them. Now we can. Palm trees, I'm going to say that's unlikely. And lions, I'm going to say that's also pretty unlikely. Although, 40 prestige. Hang on. Plant spreader for sure. There's no shot we're building a spaceport. We don't have a city that can make use of a dock. The photovoltaic field isn't horrible, but I don't think I have anywhere to put it right now. I think I just want to put plant spreaders down. So where's the next place we would want to spread plants? We want to do one more alpine pine forest. So we've already done here and here. What do we need for that? We need 1 temperature and we need 1 rainfall. Oh, we could spread it in Arabia Major. Okay. Then what we do is this. And then we do this. And then we do this. So that we can spread you here. That gives us additional prestige. We're now 28 of 40, and we're spiking oxygen, thanks to, well, I guess just like having a lot of trees, fundamentally. So we gotta start thinking about what is an animal we could put down, because animals are mega prestige. We also got to think about where can an animal go. Lower Cyrenum for sure is where an animal's going to go. Let's get ready for an animal spreader to go up. We actually don't need to make any preparations. In 2 turns we'll be able to make one. I think we're set. I think we're good to go here. Do we have animals yet? Yeah, we've got a ton. We need an animal that is single oxygen. There are single oxygen animals. We gotta find one, though. Don't think any of these are gonna matter that much. So I guess take the one that's cheapest. I would love to see trade routes. I would still love to see more plant spreaders. We're not gonna get it this time. We're just gonna send that away. And I think these turns are going to start to go really quickly. We do need a little more tritium to finish that off, though. Minus 42? That's fine. We're going to be out of here pretty soon. Don't worry about that. Still no spreaders. I'm not interested. I'm only interested in spreading. I think this can get replaced. So we do not need that much power anymore. And yeah, we can't do life forms yet because we need the oxygen. So rather than accelerate, well, no, because we've got the life form delivery. I really want to gamble and see if we can find anything that's oxygen 1 so we can place it next turn. Do we have any spreaders that are like active next turn? 3, 6, 10, 13, 4, 5, 6? God, we get so much more value out of this though. I'll just wait until the project comes through. The project will do it. Okay, oxygen up, heat up is great. Support is off the chain. Oh, never mind. I'll just take a second leader who does import life forms. That's fine too. I really need you. You need to happen. You need to happen. I think this is it. I think in the next turn or two we're done. So just give me a space that I can expand to so I can put another spreader down. We could also do genetic modification. Is there anywhere with 2 rainfall? Because that's a lot of prestige on that thing. It's 18 prestige. 1 rainfall, 1 rainfall, no rainfall, no rainfall, no rainfall. There's not. Unfortunate. So I guess just import me for now. 2 temperature, 2 oxygen, not happening. 2 temperature, yes, happening. This is a plant spreader building or an animal spreader? It's a plant. Okay. I think next turn we can spread that and we're in really good shape. Because temperature's maxed. Don't care about any of those. What? Where can I put these? I could put a lion down? There's no shot I can put a lion down. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. This is only 2 oxygen, though. Oh, lions only take 2 oxygen. Alright, well, that wins the game. that's 40 prestige by itself. I would not go to Lower Arabia. It's a pretty scary place. There's just a lot of lions roaming around, but you know what? If it gets us out of the game with a win, we'll do it. For sure. Told you it's going to be 1 or 2 turns. I didn't know how we were going to get there, but I told you it's going to be 1 or 2. So this produces water. Nice. Produces titanium. Nice. Generates power. Nice. They also work off of terraforming parameters, though, so that's like pretty late game stuff. Holy cow, these look late game too. Look at how fancy these buildings are, man. +3 support for each coastal location. Raises maximum amount of buildings the city can have by 3. +2 support for robots. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's jump into another one. We got time.